So, hello everyone, and welcome to this AMA. Ask Me Anything. We are super excited to have you here and discuss our project. We will speak mainly about the main vision or challenge and potential future success. We also wanted to thank you for all of the questions that you have been posting on the form. So mainly there were three kinds of question. One is about where we're going with the chain upgrade. The second thing is about the marketplace for Starname, and other questions are related to price and the way we want to handle the names in the marketplace. So first question, what's the current status of Starname? So the current status of Starname is the chain upgrade. We've been doing a major upgrade on the chain that we will discuss. The second thing is we've been able to start implementing on this upgrade an escrow account. So this is key to create a marketplace for Starname. And the third thing is we are in the process of creating a business to accelerate the adoption of the Starname, and it's called Starname Labs. So second question, you mentioned in a recent article that Starname is a Web3 service. What's the difference between Web3 name service and a blockchain name service? So mainly the answer is very simple. The way we envision the Web3 name service, it's all the features of a blockchain name service. That means that the human readable address or username that helps identifying your address. And on top of that, to become a Web3 name service, we add a number of certification ways for entities like businesses to be able to name their assets, to identify the relationship between the ownership of the creator of an asset and the asset itself. So it really brings a layer of authentication and certification on top of the service. There was a number of questions about other initiatives in the Cosmos ecosystem, including the Osmosis and Stargaze and other initiatives about name services. And people ask if we are competitors. So mainly my answer would be yes and no. And the reason why is that because Starname is a decentralized platform that enables the secure and permanent registration of names on the blockchain, and it shares similarities with other name service, and its mission is to become a pure player, while other name services believe that the name service should become massively adopted in wallets, and is a way to become the main username in many wallets, where we want to be specialized in certification of identities and assets for professional and businesses. So we really want to focus mainly on businesses because we think this is where the market is going in the next cycle. And the platform aims to create irrefutable proof for creator of assets, and specifically for the millions of companies that are adopting Web3 and looking to become creators of value in the industry. What are the main aspects of the chain upgrade and why it is important? That's a very good question, and thank you for asking this question. So as you may have seen, we recently upgraded our chain and introduced mainly three key features. The first one, we upgraded the Cosmos SDK, which fixed several potential technical and technological vulnerabilities. We are now on the latest version of the Cosmos SDK, which provides us with the latest update, including increased security and new modules like smart contracts and many other things. Second, we implemented the escrow account, which is very important on the chain because this is an essential module for facilitating trades on the blockchain, on the IOV blockchain, which supports star names. And we can already trade star names in command line. The idea is to come up with a marketplace that will add much more UX experience. And this feature is really the cornerstone of the marketplace, and we are really very happy about the upgrade of the chain. So third thing that we added is the introduction of certificates. These certificates are crucial because they provide irrefutable proof of authenticity for star name holders, whether they're companies or professional. These certificates are used to link assets to their holders and ensure providing a proof of ownership over time. And we already have a valid certificate working, like certificate for a website or for many other social networks, which work more like a social claim. But in the future, we want to add more and more ways to certify existence of a company or professional to be able to link assets. Another question was, are you concerned about the bear market for the adoption of the service? So it's true that in a bear market for blockchain and cryptocurrency in general, the price of the cryptos and the assets and the fact that investors are becoming pessimistic is a problem for the industry because it tends to lower the acceleration of the project. However, I think, well, it's natural to think this way. For us, the most important question is about the adoption in Web3. And we believe that the adoption in Web3 has never been stronger. And the creation and the issuance of assets, and along with the number of wallets that's been created, is really steady and solid and continues. And we believe that where we have the most important way to improve things is to associate star name with the creation of assets and certification of assets. So it has to be articulate. Bear market is not good for acceleration, but in the meantime, we believe that adoption is very strong. When are you planning to do marketing? I think I will let our co-founder Stéphane Gilopé to answer this question.
Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Stéphane. I'm the CTO of Starname. And even though I'm CTO, I do answer this type of questions because I'm very involved in all business decisions alongside with Karim. So what are we planning to do with our marketing? We've got to be honest. Our communication lately has been close to non-existent, besides those few tweets or about our recent upgrade. We were really focused on developing our technology with that. And today, with the upgrade behind us, I can say that we are going to improve this and especially do more on Twitter to maintain an activity showing that we're still working hard on the project. Let's call this like a first step of communication. Just making sure that someone looking for us finds us and know that we are here. The second step, which is to expand our reach. This is the big one. It really needs to be coordinated with the market, our features, and our business expansion. This is not something that we can just pour money into it and hope for the best. We have to create a momentum, and we believe that the start of the momentum should come from the activity on Starname, and that the communication really helps the ball rolling. So the second step, we don't know for sure when it will start. But like I said, we're gonna be more present on Twitter, so people looking for us will find us. I'm not reading out all the questions, line by line. What we did with Karim is, sum up all the questions. We didn't skip any. So if you ask something, you will find your answer here. It's just not, you won't recognize necessarily your question because so many questions are very similar. And this next question always comes for every AMA. When are we going to have a new listing? The answer is always the same, but we feel that it needs to be repeated. There's really no sense right now reaching out for central exchanges in our current position. A new listing on a reputable exchange is usually not possible for small projects, or if we're talking about second-tier exchanges, it's prohibitively expensive, and we just don't have the means for that. And it's like communication. If you go to a centralized exchange, if you don't have something behind it to entertain that momentum, there's no point spending that money. So everything should come at once. The marketing for expanding your reach and the listing on the DEX. Hopefully, we can make this happen this year. We can't promise anything, but in the meantime, remember, we are always listed on the decentralized exchange, the main one being Osmosis. And I think this will remain the case for the near future. Other questions that we had were related to the recent upgrade and the subsequent increase in the cost of services in IOV tokens. It's important to differentiate the cost in IOV versus the cost in dollars, because obviously they are correlated. But let me explain what we did more precisely. We updated a chain parameter that has not been updated in a long time. Without entering the details of our tokenomics, this parameter is supposed to maintain a more or less stable price in euro or dollars, depending on the price of the token. Obviously, it had an impact on the price of services in IOV token. Even through over time, since inception, the overall price in dollar is a lot cheaper than what it was at the beginning. And this spurred legitimate questions about price changes and future updates of these parameters, because this last update, because it wasn't updated for more than a year, probably a year and a half, has created a large swing in prices. It was significant. We understand that. But you have to understand that the main change that we did last month was not just with updating this parameter. It's really also a change in the way that and the frequency with which we're going to update this parameter regularly. So the obvious goal here is to keep the price as constant as possible in constant currency. So therefore, yes, inevitably, the price of IOV tokens of our services will decrease when the token goes up, and vice versa. People ask, should it be a governance decision? No, it should not, for two reasons. First, it makes little sense to decide the price of a service that you sell with all the potential buyers. They will just pull the price towards zero. And second, this manual update is not the intended, it's not the way we want to do it in our final design. Ideally, to avoid this kind of centralized updates, what you want is to have this parameter updated by an oracle that reflects the price of your token. This has always been our intention for the future. So from that perspective, given that the design is to have a price, is to have this parameter fluctuate as closely as possible as the price, we won't give early warning when the parameter changes. Main reason is to avoid a manipulation of price, and most importantly, because future updates will happen more often and will have a lot less impact than this update. Also, I want to add something that, even though it wasn't asked, there was no question about it in what you guys submitted. But we also are going to change the fee structure of the recently released escrow account. We took in consideration the feedback that we received from you guys, and what we're going to do is simply make creating and dealing with this escrow transaction a lot cheaper. when I mean a lot cheaper, it's going to be practically free to facilitate adoption and the creation of those freely tradable star names. Interesting question there. Someone asked if, like ENS, we would introduce a feature that would allow us to price our assets based on stablecoin rather than the fluctuating IOV token. It's not in the work for now because it's something that can only be done with the help of an oracle, the same oracle that would allow us to update dynamically our parameters, so our service price remains more or less constant. So we are not doing this in the immediate future. We haven't really explored oracles yet in the Cosmos ecosystem. What we are doing now as a compensation is we are displaying the stable price equivalent when someone wants to purchase a star name, or even in the escrow transactions, we are displaying this stable price equivalent, which is easily doable because we just have to scrap the price from one of the decentralized exchange. But setting the price is something that is not technically feasible in the current state of the chain, maybe in the future. Would it be possible to buy and sell star name with a different currency than IOV on the marketplace? And the person who asked that question also mentioned something along the lines that this would really help adoption to just allow more tokens to be taken for a transaction on the star name. And the good news is this is something that we're looking at because of the way we developed this escrow account functionality. It's fairly open, and we think it's a small change to allow us to exchange star name against other currencies than IOV. So we're definitely looking at this to help kickstart the marketplace that Karim mentioned that we are currently building. And another thing that we are looking at is implementing the ICS 721 protocol to allow listing on other marketplace. But given our limited resources, we'll be looking at this once this protocol is actually recognized by major non-Cosmos exclusive marketplace like OpenSea or Sora. So once this protocol becomes available on those marketplaces, then we'll probably take the necessary time and effort to implement it to expand the places where people can sell the star name. Talking about places where people can sell the star name, the marketplace is going to be the first step. We're going to start with a proto marketplace and build on iterations based on people's feedback because it's faster and mistakes that we can make are less expensive to fix as soon as we get feedback. We expect our first version to be out within the February month with limited functionalities, but at least people will be able to, list their the system will automatically grab all the escrows that are out there, star names that are for sale, and will display them, and you'll have a search engine trying to find things with all the ordering functionalities that you can think of, the main functionalities of a marketplace. So we expect this to be out this month of February. Interesting idea that was posted out there, and that's how we are going to finish this IMA. Just to take on those good ideas that we get from our community. It's always nice to have people who are thinking about ways to improve star name, and they come to our Telegram and they post this kind of ideas. Here it came through the IMA. The idea is to allow a bulk renew of star names, and it's a very good idea because I'm adding this right away to our list of to-dos. I know there's a few challenges to combine several transactions at once, so we're going to look at how hard it is, but I think it's a good idea, and it's a good idea for two reasons. because it's good for the experience, the user experience, and it's good for the chain as it facilitates larger transactions. So anything that's good for the user experience and the chain, there's nothing bad about it. And this is what we try to improve constantly here. Both the numbers of transactions on chain, the numbers of users, and this goes through well with features like this one. I don't have anything to add. Maybe Karim, you want to add something? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like really a quick conclusion. So we're working hard. We've been working hard all this year to make sure that the upgrade on the blockchain is really appearing smoothly. It is done. It was a major milestone, and now, thanks to that, we're gonna be able to build a business based on the escrow account, the certification, and in general what we call the Starname creator. So stay tuned. Thank you very much for your help and support, and don't hesitate to reach out if you have additional question to the Telegram. We will always answer to our community, and thank you again for your support. Thank you.